Every time I worry about the verbal section, I keep hearing the same thing. Read, read, read. The more you read, the better you will get at it. Fine. Everybody seems to be saying the same thing, particularly to I am. Fine, fine. You guys say, only thing you guys say, keep reading. Fine. Is there a direct correlation between reading and verbal scores? Fine. That is a question we get very frequently. Yes, there is. There is undoubtedly a fabulous correlation, extraordinarily high correlation between reading comfort, the body of work you have learned, how much you have read, and how good you perform in verbal. There's no other metric that has a high correlation. So vocabulary, no role. Practice of different questions, no role. Practice of lots of RC, limited role. Reading, massive role. So I won't say the others have no role, but far lesser. The strongest correlation between performance and any one metric used to govern performance is probably for reading. I've known students who've not touched a book for years. When they start reading, they read for 2-3 months, they may read for an hour every day, and then they pick up a verbal section paper, and it seems dramatically different. You feel like, yeah, now I get this idea. And that never happened before. I could never understand what the verbal section was all about. And I used to think that I was answering everything fine, and I used to have 60% questions wrong. And that the same student with 2-3 months of reading now takes the paper, attempts fewer questions, gets more of them right, but has a definite feeling of, now I know what this verbal section is about. And that is very vital. So the reading comfort gives you a degree of comfort. Then you will go on to saying, look, I always narrow it down to between B and C. I mark B, the examiner says C. How do I improve my accuracy? All that you can come. But sometimes in verbal, it seems like it's so hit or miss that it's disheartening. I take this exam, I attempt 22 questions, I get 11 wrong, and I have no clue which 11 are correct. I have no control, I have no sense of how to go about this verbal. That is the first gap to plug, and that gets plugged only by reading, by hours of reading, by different kinds of reading. You read, you get comfortable. Once you get comfortable, then all these techniques, look for abbreviations, look for this, look for pronouns in para jumbles, look for the right insight, read between the lines in reading comprehension, look for a theme that is missing, look for a dependent and independent sentence when you're doing sentence elimination. All of these tips that we give you start becoming meaningful only once you've read. So there is a big, gigantic, ginormous correlation between reading comfort and verbal scores. So no matter what you focus on, definitely focus on reading.